Hi, everybody. John here at PT. Dan was handling training. PT asked Dan, how are we, Dan?
I can't wait for this topic because I have no idea what it's about. So there you go.
All right. So there was a woman named Sarah once upon a time. She's still with us as far as I know. She invented something called Spanx. Okay. It started with she would take tights of various kinds and she would cut off the feet to them. Okay. And part of it was she was trying to have something that would be more form fitting and all these different things. And then she got this idea about creating what we know today as Spanx, which are designed to help form the body in a more desirable way and not be something that is difficult to wear or uncomfortable or all those kinds of things. So Sarah went out and started trying to promote this new outfit, this new Spanx to various people. And naturally, she started with attorneys. I want to take this thing to market and all this kind of stuff. Mainly the people she was talking to were men, and they kind of looked at her and tilted their head a little bit like a stray dog and had no clue why that's mattered or was important, and they shoo her away. And she describes this one scenario where she goes in, she's talking to a lawyer, and the guy's literally looking around the room. He thinks he's on Candid Camera because he thinks it's a silly, dumb, crazy, like, what is wrong with you? And she goes that she finds a female lawyer. She finds a lawyer who takes the idea and is talking about it at home. And he has teenage daughters and his wife. And they're like, you've got to pursue this. I'm telling you, you've got to pursue this, and goes after it. The big moral to the story, I think, was her ability to have persistence through people telling her, you're crazy.
Mm.
And we've all been there, especially in sales. People like, oh my gosh, you're never going to make it. It's never going to work. It's never going to happen. Talk to me in 3 years if you're even still in the job and success. Maybe I'll talk to you then. Maybe I'll talk, that kind of stuff. So talk a little bit about sales, persistence, and how to stay on top of, hey, this idea might be a little bit crazy, but it could truly change my world and my client's world.
John, I don't think most movers and shakers in this world were doing stuff that everybody else thought was okay. I think they were movers and shakers because they're doing things that are so different and
Yep.
noticeable, you know? So, and
Yeah.
there's a quote that I heard a long time ago. It's whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. And I think that's the key, right? So we could listen to everybody else who tells us, "Oh, you can't do that. Oh, nobody needs that," and blah blah blah. And meanwhile, they're not a mover and a shaker, you know. And we have something different. We've got a different mindset, and maybe our idea today dies tomorrow, but another idea comes up, and we have no idea where this all goes. But the key is you got to be completely laser focused on you and your belief that you can do something that can change
Yeah.
other people or help other people. And the analogy I'll also use on this, when I was a teenage boy or a younger boy, I used to fry ants on the sidewalk with our magnifying glass. I know we talked about this before, but that magnifying glass, the light beam is too wide, and those ants are just getting a nice little suntan. But you focus that in there, man, you can burn them all up all day long as you go on. And that's what needs to happen in business and in life is get something that you believe in with all your heart and gut
Yep.
and gusto and go after it laser focused and see what happens.
Yeah, and I think back sometimes to experiences I had when I was younger, maybe late teens, early 20s, and things that I would see as they're just starting to tweak into the market. I mean, yeah, it's nuts. It's never going to take hold. And the one that always stands out to me is I'll never forget and I forget what year it was, but the picture of some guy on Wall Street holding the cell phone of the day that's massive up to his ear and thinking, why do we need to walk around talking? Like, why is that a thing? Just call when you get, and you see and the change and the evolution in these things and that ability to persist and continue through on what you truly believe in are going to stay focused on, regardless of the noise,
Mm, mm.
changes that space a lot.
Well, it's that way when we're trying to build a business too. You have an idea, you're putting people in place, you think it's going in the right direction.
Yep.
Don't be afraid to make changes here or there, but don't give up on your dream either.
There we go. All right, everybody. See you again tomorrow.
Have fun.